This is hiding in plain sight on normal and hard. I'm going to real quickly show you who to talk to because this quest can be a little bit confusing. First, you need to talk to Inquisitive Ingram in the Wayward Lobster. And once you talk to Inquisitive Ingram, he'll send you to Baudry Cardamom. You talk to him and select Twilight Forge. Now, I've already taken it, so you just follow the path there. It looks like this when he's giving you the quest, which is a little bit odd, but the quest is there at that point. Then you just walk over to this uh, shipping warehouse, which we ran a quest at level 2, and now this level 10 quest is here as well. And this quest is needed to flag us for the Twilight Forge quests and raids. So there's two
You
quests,
hear furtive
a pre-raid
whispering
and a
from the
raid.
far end of the warehouse.
And unlike the other one that's in this warehouse, we can't just hide in the corner over there. We have to actually run through the entire warehouse.
Boot tracks lead to this wall and then stop abruptly.
Run back and get my hireling summoned. And it won't be a very hard quest on normal. There's a few aspects. There's a swim that's really, really tough for a lot of builds, but not for our builds. So I can see a lot of builds actually skipping this quest and probably the whole chain because of the swim, but that won't be us. Wasn't that convenient? A trap right, so I guess we stand right here. So we've got a trap surrounded by, interesting. Was there another trap box that I'm missing? So I disabled the poison trap, but it looks like that trap is maybe, okay, here we go. It's probably this trap box. So not an unusual mechanic, the trap is after the trap box, so we probably have to run, hop over the trap to do that, then hop over the acid trap to get the other one. All right. Alright, so at this intersection you want to go right. Now we're not going to, there's a bunch of sort of optional paths in this quest, and we're not going to do any of those optional paths. We're just going to go to the end area directly. I encourage you though when you run this on normal to maybe explore it and try some of the paths like this one, which we're going to skip. It's kind of a fun area to explore, and the developers put all this time into it, and then once the players kind of figure it out, of course, all they do is run the minimum. But there's a lot of cool things in this game that you could find, especially when you're doing your normal run. You could find some pretty cool things. So let's got a trap and mob. So let's do with the mob first. Let's see if I can find the trap box. So Human Hunter, yeah, that's the one I was worried about getting experience from last level. So that's part of the partly because it was difficult, but partly because of that is the reason why I. All right, so we want to go here and fire in here, and then we want to try to find this trap. I think it's across the other way though. As you can see, a lot of traps. This is a good quest for someone with rogue skills and also somebody with evasion. Because in the swim part, there's no getting around the traps. Basically, you just have to swim through them. And I think the way it's said is that the save requirements aren't super high on it, so if you have evasion, you're probably okay. you're just going to basically take damage on a 1. All right, let's see. Where is the lever of that? Here it is.
You hear the sounds of battle from up ahead.
All right, let me get my used weapon for this. I could probably ignore these guys. They seem pretty preoccupied, but just so they don't come and chase us down later. All right, and for this part here, we kind of run up and then circle around. Let's see, I think there's a gate. Yeah, the gate's up. I think that fight, if you don't do that fight, maybe the gate stays down. I can't remember what puts this gate up. But, okay, and then you sort of circle back and make a little bit of a U-turn and go back downhill.
Wet footprints lead up the steps to the northern wall.
I thought this is the way. Let's see. Oh, you know what? I think I already missed my turn. Let me see. Yeah, I want to turn this way, but I need to turn a lever here, valve. So I missed that turn. So you make the U-turn, and then there's a turn off here, but you have to turn the valve there to open it. Otherwise, it sort of looks like an opening. And then we take a right here.
The path forward is blocked. Judging from the thick cobwebs in the hallway beyond, this gate was closed for good reason.
Yep, and so this is where the deadly swim is, and effectively what we're doing now is opening it up. And this is one quest I hate doing with a ranged character because when you're ranged, you have a hard time with these kind of cobwebs.
Scurrying rats are gone now.
You can't use your bow on them, or crossbow. So, pretty easy for melee to do here. And then you want to find the levers, and so again, the easiest thing is just look for the Qs, hit the Q button until you find it. I believe you don't have to open all these cobwebs. You can just open this one, but I think it looks like some of them at least are going to come after us anyways. Alright, and so this light's on. So now we go to the other side. If you kind of look at the map, it's a very typical design. It's forks off. There's a, northern, southern path, and then one in the middle. And the one in the middle is the one we want to ultimately go to, which is this one, but we can't get there. There's a gate there. And so once we get these runes, then we can get through that gate. And here's the lever on this side. And it lights it up. So that should be all we have to do on this side. Now we can go down this middle path, clear it, and the gate that was there is now open. And this is a brutal swim. I want to say the very first time I ran this quest, myself and the person I was running with might have died. So I'm pretty sure that was the case. But we just swim down here, and now we have evasion.
Debris litters the water.
You can see all these traps. You can sort of try to position it. You can see that. That's interesting. Alright, so it looks like I'm going to have to go down the middle. I tried going the top, but you can see I'm still taking damage. One thing is it's good to have a potion here, because you can drink potions underwater, but you can't use your heal spells. And we should be evading most of this because we have evasion. On a 1, we're going to take damage. So on Reaper mode, I'm going to probably get about 40 potions. They're not very good. They heal me for like 5 or 6.
Blades are powerful enough to cut you to ribbons.
So let's not get cut to ribbons. Let's instead go up here and pull this valve.
You turn the rusted valve and shut
and that's
down
gonna,
the
we're through the
blades
swim
and the
now,
drainage pipes.
but swim down because sometimes there's a chance that you can find, oh that's weird, I'm still getting a break. There's a chance that you can get a trinket down here. It's not down here, but there's a chance you can get that. So you can see I made my evasion save every time there. Alright, so now the traps are through, and if somebody else does not have evasion, they could swim through safely, except for that bottom blade part. Up on the ladder. So and again, I'll have to see. Maybe my lay on hands might work. I'll have to check that out. But my wand won't. I don't think my wand will work, and my spells won't work. But potions will.
From your body as you climb out from the water.
All right, bring the hireling, and we're gonna go this way, and this way. Nope, not this way. This way. Traps everywhere. You can just ignore these though. They're pretty small traps. Let's see if I can. Oops, no smuggler. Bunch of bad guys. Hireling here, and we'll see if we can find this trap box. Might be over here. Okay, so this side, so remember that. You can jump over here, it's a little bit of a safe spot, but those guys are going to come and attack you as soon as you do it, so it's probably going to be best to just fight them first. Alright, so that's there. And then this, very similar, we've got a trap here though. There's a second trap box. Yep, there's a second trap box. And then you can pull this lever safely once you disable those traps.
The air here
this kind of takes us to the end area.
This must be how Hazardil moves his cargo. Right under the nose. Agents of the Aurum are overseeing Hazardil's crew. But for what purpose?
Alright, you go to this middle one here, there's 3 or 4 optional areas, that you could explore on normal. If you want to if you really like to kind of do dungeon, crawling and dungeon exploring. They don't give you any named items, they will give you some random loot. And it kind of further explains the storyline a little bit. It gives you a little more insight to the story here if you run those optionals. But in terms of the quest, all you need to do is go up this one path here, and you'll get into a big fight. And I should have my magic missile on here. This is a pretty tough fight, and the casters especially. Should be okay here, but you can see there's a magic missile. So I'm going to make sure when I run this on hard, I got my magic missile on.
The storm reaches Fire Lord, slumps to the floor.
Alright, that's the last of the bosses. So this is what ends the quest.
Return this book
Charts.
to Baudry. Perhaps he can shed some light on its contents.
Alright, I'm going to pause it while I go over to the tavern. There's a chance you're going to get like a kind of a crafting, obsolete crafting material on here. Don't take that. It's just going to fill up your bag and it's not used anymore. It used to be used. They made some changes. That's interesting. I'm going to take this just because it's interesting. It's a Holy Vertigo which helps with our trip, and stupefying, which on a critical hit deals intelligence damage. So I'm going to take this just because, you know, maybe I want to at some point try tripping characters, and I can just swap this on real quick to try, you know, see how it works. So I'm just going to repeat it. Let's run it on hard. And then I'm going to just go back and talk to Badri. I'm going to pause it while I talk to Badri and then restart when I get to the quest. And so I talked to Badri, and I'm going to go back in now on hard. And I think we'll be okay without the potions underwater. Anyways, it'll give me a chance to test out my lay on hands, see if that works underwater.
You hear furtive whispering from the far end of the warehouse. Boot tracks lead to this wall and then stop abruptly.
Alright, so if I go past this trap, so either way I'm taking a save. I know I can, oh, I'm in the poison here. I know I can get that spike trap, but I think I'm probably better off just on Reaper, either just running right through it, right past it. Now this is interesting. I think we could probably go above here like this. I think that's kind of the idea. So, but you do have to get, you know, run through it and get a little bit of poison. So, there we go. Seems the cartel is not fans of us. Alright, so we want to go right here. Blind, I got a potion for that. There's a trap here, I guess it's the next one over. Maybe the traps may also be somewhat random. We're going to bypass that. There was a trap here last time too. Maybe this is where the trap was. Let's see. Nope, no trap here. So it seems that some of these traps are at least random. So we'll have to roll in that spot, which is, I guess, good because it's working pretty good. I think there's two traps we haven't found so far, both in Slavers, which are level 9 quests. We found 100% of our traps in level 10 quests. There's pretty big damage there, really. Alright, so we've got traps here. I'm going to put this firelight here and for this trap box. This one I believe is always here. So that's the way to do that, and then we'll pull the valve.
Red-robed agents of the Aura block the probe. You are free to proceed into the sewers. hear the sounds of battle from up ahead.
Pretty sure we have to clear these guys out until we get the other area to open up. I'm not 100% positive, but I think that's the case. Here, kind of to the corner here, and then sort of take a U-turn. And we want to trap here. I don't think there was one here last time. There was one in another one that looked like this.
Wet footprints lead up the steps to the northern wall.
And we'll open this and then go this way to the spider web area.
Judging from the thick cobwebs in the hallway beyond, this gate was closed for good reason. Sounds of scurrying rats are gone now, replaced by confused silence.
So that lever looks like it's in a different location than the last time. So the lever is somewhat random, but if you just hit Q, you'll find it. So even after running this quest several times, you know, some of the little details kind of escape me, and also it's different builds. You know, like I don't run a trapper every build, so you know, some of the trap boxes and things. You know, if I go a while without being a trapper and then run a trapper again, it's sort of like learning it all over again because it's, you know, I've almost forgotten where all the trap boxes are. So a lot of replayability in this game. If you're new to it, I think you'll really like it. Let's see where this lever is. I'll have to get past this pillar first, I guess. Kind of annoying the way these things are kind of moving all over the place. And there it is. I'll try to do better in this swim. I guess my spot worked, I just wasn't paying attention.
The cold water below looks uninviting, but it's the only way through.
Alright, so I don't think it'll be that bad on hard. I think I failed one save total on normal.
Debris litters the water. The remnants of trash swept down.
Pretty tough all the way across. I'm going to have my airline just be on the ground. So you can see, I think the way they do this is that the saves are relatively low, so they can only more or less failing on a 1, so that like an evasion swimmer is going to pretty much get through here unless their saves are just terrible. Because I've done this a lot. It always seems to be sort of like this, where I'm making all my saves, and then you know, probably go through.
These blades are powerful
Alright, so
enough to
first
cut
we're
you
gonna
to ribbons.
do this.
You turn the rusted
I'm
valve
gonna
and
try
shut down the blades
doing
and
a
drainage
Q.
pipes.
I see rubble. Oil of serious repair, rubble. I don't see the item. Alright, so let's go up. Hannah Reaper, I'll probably just skip it. I don't think I want to take any more. Actually, it looks like it's done.
Water drips from your body as you climb out from the water.
Try to get the trap box. I'm guessing that I'll get pummeled before I, yeah, figures. Yeah, I'll just have to fight these guys first. Alright, now put my hireling on stand their ground, and I mean, it might be one of those where it's actually just better off ignoring the trap. Sometimes that's the case. But it's easy enough to jump over this. So I think the idea is going to be to try to jump over it, get over here, do the fight, then go back and get the trap. Okay, trap here this time. I think there was one here last time too, and yep, 2 boxes in the same place. So that last trap and this one are probably always there. Some of the other traps they're normal, not hard, so I think they're random. And some were there on hard, not normal.
The air here smells fresh and clean.
Alright, let me get my
This must be how
buffs.
Hazardil moves his cargo. Right under the nose of Harbormaster Zinn.
And I'm pretty sure Death Ward and Magic Shield are both pretty critical here. So we'll want those.
Agents of the Aurum are overseeing Hazardil's crew. But for what purpose?
I'm just going to ignore these guys over here. I don't think they're going to come up. And as always, orange names are almost always champions. Wow. One more to go. We've got so far 2 champion chests. That's a nice surprise. This guy keeps coming in and out. Wait, I think I see 3 champion chests. No, I think one of them is the book of charts. Alright, so this is that annoying sound of the guys below that can't get up here but are trying to attack us unsuccessfully. This is the loot chest, and then this is the book of charts. And that is hiding in plain sight on normal and hard.